Hello students, we have started our third lesson, that is the indices and the cube root. And in last lecture we have studied about the indices. What do you mean by index? Suppose if we have given a number like this 5 raised to 2. In that case, that 5 is called as the base and the 2 is called index. This is the index form. Okay. And also in last lecture we have studied the laws of indices. Actually there are 8 laws of indices, and yesterday I explained you 7 laws. I forgot to explain one law. So what is that law? Let's study here. Consider a raised to m raised to n. It means power of this number a. Then we can take the product of these two powers or these two index. So we can write here a raised to m into n. Okay. So this is one of the laws of indices that I forgot to explain in previous lecture. Now according to this law, let us see some example. Consider 5 raised to 2 and raised to 4 again. Then we can take the product of this 2 and 4, and then this number becomes 5 raised to 2 4 is 8. Okay, so this is the law, and by using this law we have to use this law in the previous topics also. Now in last lecture we have also studied the meaning of the numbers with the rational indices. Means if there is a number having a rational index, for example if we write 5 raised to 1/3, what is the meaning of this? That means the cube root of this 5. Okay, how to write this? Cube root of 5. The meaning of this index, that 1/3, that means that cube root of 5. Okay, and we have studied this means the meaning of the numbers with rational indices having the form 1 as to n. This is the index in the form 1 as to n. But now in today's lecture we have to study the meaning of numbers with rational indices in the form m as to n. Okay, m as to n. Now let's see some examples depending on this. Consider the first example. Suppose if we take number 64, then we know that the cube root of 64, that is 4. Okay, because the third power of 4, that is 64. Okay, so we can write here the cube root of 64, that is equal to 4, and this cube root can also be written in this form 64 raised to 1/3, and that is equal to 4. Okay, so in last lecture we have studied all these meanings. Now see here, what is this number? 64, and we know that the square of 8 is also 64. What is that? 8 square is also equal to 64. So you can also write this number in the form like this. Suppose 64 raised to 1/3. How to write this number? You can write like this. 64 is nothing but square of 8, isn't it? What is this number 64? That is the square of 8. And this 1/3 as it is. You can write this 1/3 and as it is. And the answer is the same, that is 4. Okay. So there are now here two powers are there. First power is 2 and the another power is 1 raised to 1/3. Okay, and we have the same form that I have explained you the laws of indices right now. What is that form? Means a raised to m raised to n. There are two powers, power of power. Okay, and this number, how to read this number or how to write this? So you can say that it is the cube root of square of 8. Okay, how to read this? Cube root of square of 8, and that is equal to 4. So let us write this meaning: cube root of square of 8, and that is equal to 4. Now let's see the another form. Suppose if the same number, if we written in this form, consider we take here 8 raised to 1/3. What is the cube root of 8? That is equal to 2. And if we take the square of 2, that is equal to 4. Okay, if we take Then we have to also take the square of this number, and that is equal to 4. So we get the same answer here for his first and his for second form also. Okay, and now how to read this number? We can read this number like this. Here we can read this is the cube root, because that is 1/3 power, no? So we have to write this cube root of square of 8. Now how to read this number? You can write like this, you can read like this. It is the square of, first we have to take this number. So it is the square of cube root of 8, that is equal to 4. So how to write? Square of cube root of 8. Okay, it means you have to write the same number in these two different forms. We will get the same answer. You can see for this first form also we will get the answer 4, and for this form also we will get the answer 4. Okay, it means the square of cube root of 8, that is equal to the cube root of square of 8, isn't it? So you can write like this, square of cube root of 8. Let us write in this form. So 8 raised to 1/3 its square of cube root of 8, that is equal to 8 square raised to 1/3. It means cube root of square of 8, because we get here the same answers, and that is equal to 4. Okay, but now if we use the law that I have explained you right now, then how to take? We can take the product of these two numbers. So 2 multiplied by 1/3, it means that is equal to 2/3, and you can also write the number like this, 8 raised to 2/3. Okay, 8 raised to 2/3 by using this law. What is that law? A raised to m raised to n, that is equal to a raised to mn. So by using this law, we can take the product of these two numbers. So if we take the product of this, then also we will get raised to 2/3, and if we take the product of these two, then also we will get the same number, that 8 raised to 2/3, and the answer is also the same. It means we can say that this number can be written or can be read in two ways. So the first way, the square of cube root of 8, and by second way, that is the cube root of square of 8. Okay, now for your simplicity, let's see some more examples. Consider the second example. So if we write any number, consider 81. Okay, 81 raised to 1/4. We know that 81, that is the means its fourth power, that is 3. Okay, because 3 raised to 4, that is 81, and it raised to 5. Okay, now this number can be written in two ways, can be written in two forms. What is the first form? You can write this number like this also. Sorry, here we have to take here 5. So you can write this number in two ways. First, you can write 81 raised to 1/4 raised to 5. Okay, and how to read this number by using this first form? You can read like this. This is the fifth power, isn't it? It is the fifth power of fourth root of 81. How to read this? Fifth power of fourth root of 81. This is the meaning of this form. Okay, now you can also write this number in another form. You can also write like this, 81 raised to 5. You can take this 5 inside the bracket and then raised to 1/4. Okay, but always remember, the number which is at the numerator, that should be at the numerator, and the number which is at the denominator, that should be at the denominator. It means you have to write this 4 like this, 1/4. Don't write raised to 4 only. Okay, you can't change the numerators and denominators. Okay, that number should be at that position. So this 5 is at numerator, so here also the 5 is at numerator. You can't write 1 upon 5. Okay, so that position should not be changed. So this number can also be written like this: 81 raised to 5 and then raised to 1/4. Here we exchange these positions. Here we take that 5 outside and 1/4 inside. Here we take here 5 inside and 1/4 outside. Now how to read this number? So we have to take this first. Okay, so how to read? That is the 4th root of 5th power of 81. How to read? 4th root of 5th power of 81. So in this way you can read this number or these two forms like this, and the meaning of both are the same. Okay, because we will get the same answer by using these two forms. Okay, so I hope you understood all this. What is the meaning of the numbers with rational indices, and depending on this same we have to solve the next exercise, that is exercise number 3.2. Let us see one more example. Suppose consider example number 3, and in general, suppose if you take a raised to m raised to n, then this number can be written in again two forms. First, you can take this m inside. Sorry, we have to write the number like this: a raised to m raised to n. So you can take this m inside and then this 1 upon n outside. Okay, so how to read this number? So you can read this number like this: this is the nth root of mth power of a. Nth root of mth power of a. Okay, so this is the meaning of this number. Now how to write the number in another form? You can take this 1 upon n inside and this m outside. So a raised to 1 upon n raised to m. So here also we don't change the positions of numerator and denominator. You can see that this m is at numerator and that n is at denominator. Here also n at denominator and m is at numerator. And now how to read this number? That is mth power of nth root of a. Okay, first we have to read from this mth power of nth root of a. So if we see these two sentences, then you can easily understood that we have to just change the positions of these two words. First we take here nth root and then mth power, and in this second sentence first we take mth power. So this second we have to take at the first position and this first we have to take at the second position. So this is the difference only between these two sentences. Now you can easily solve that next exercise. So let us stop here. Thank you and have a good day.